Chaitanya, always number one.
In this chapter, introduction, we will came to know about the understanding of the children on space and space settlement definition and what they understood about the competition of space settlement. Because the topics in this chapter are designed in such a way that gives an idea, that explains an idea and understanding of the children on the space settlement theme. The first topic of this chapter is what is space or about space. So here the team of the children or the individual children has explained the definition of the space, what they understood about the space and what made the space to amaze about the competition. Because without admiration, without amazeness, they want to do a beautiful project on the space colonization. So that admiration or that amazingness should be explained by the individual or by the team in this topic. For example, space. For me, space is a boundaryless, endless region which is continuously expanding in the universe. Some may have that space is empty. Some may said that space consists of galaxy. And some are saying that space is consisting of planets. On the planet, we are experiencing gravity, but when it comes to space, we are saying that gravity is zero. So, in this regard, the point of zero gravity depends upon our understanding, because the same space in which we are also having black holes, and black holes are the very, very, very deep wells of gravity. So the black hole is presenting in space. So in this example, we can say some gravity is there for space. But at the same time, we are saying space is empty. So there is a contradiction. For me, it is empty. For you, it is something there. So the child has to give the explanation about their understanding. What you understood. You have to write your understanding in this topic, not mine, not the bookish knowledge. What you understood. So you may write like this: space is a beautiful place where stars are presenting. Space is a beautiful place where stars are giving energy. Space is a beautiful place where stars are giving energy, which giving rise to the life on the planets. Like this, you can explain about space, and that should be there in the first topic of the first chapter, that is beginning of space settlement. In this beginning of space settlement, the first topic you should write about the space. What is your understanding about the space is the main concern in explaining this topic. And space is a vast area above the ground, starting from 1 kilometer to either you can travel 100 kilometers or you can travel 1000 kilometers, 10,000 kilometers, 1 lakh kilometer or 1 million kilometer, whatever the distance you travel, the distance traveled by you is called as space only. Even after reaching 1 million kilometer, from there if you see, there is a vast area which you can observe in space. That is the beauty of this space. So this space is the prime concern which given more knowledge to do the space research either for NASA or for ISRO or for any space research organization in the world. You see, Raman effect was given a Nobel Prize for Sir C.V. Raman for invention of scattering of light. Okay. And similarly, Subramaniam Chandrasekhar was the second physicist from India awarded with Nobel Prize for invention or for the discovery of Chandrasekhar's limits mass. So, Subramaniam Chandrasekhar and Sir C.V. Raman was invented or made these discoveries by a simple voyage. When they are traveling in a ship from India to London, you know, once upon a time, it was taken days to reach from India to London through seashore. So, in these days, when Raman was observed the different colors of the water while traveling in the ocean, he came and studied about the theory, what making the color of the water. So, he was invented scattering of light. Similarly, when Chandrasekhar Subramaniam got the chance, he was, instead of looking down the water, he looked up the sky, and stars are brightening, and the same star is brightening on one day, slowly decreasing its brightness, and after some days it was diminished. So when he was started thinking about the experience of the star with full brightness to diminishing size, he came to know about Chandrasekhar's mass limit, which was awarded him with Nobel Prize. It is simply the understanding. So my dear children, I am also giving you the same example that you have to understood about this space, and that understanding of yours could be written or explained in a beautiful way in this first topic called about space. After discussing about the space and its properties, we may have chemical properties of the space, physical properties of the space. When we considered a thing, it has a physical property as well as chemical property. As you are a science student, you can explain about the physical properties of the space and chemical properties of the space also in this topic. And after that, you have to write about your understanding of space settlement. In the previous class, I discussed about space settlement, the definition of the space settlement. So, space settlement is defined as a habitation, which is a human habitation made in space at a location far away from the earth by providing all the life supporting things by which the humans are living happily on earth, like gravity, water, provision of oxygen, provision of energy, optimum temperature and pressure. These are the basic necessities of the human life. So, if you are able to give these basic necessities by constructing a habitation in space, definitely people will happily live on that colony in space. So, here in the second topic, what is a space settlement? You have to give the definition of the space settlement and how you got the idea of this space settlement. After completion of the space settlement definition, the third topic you have to explain about need of space settlement. So there are so many needs. As I said, we have a economy need. We have a need of balancing our environment and ecosystem. We have a need of accommodating our population, which is increasing day by day on earth. We have a need of accommodating industries in space by removing from the earth so that our luxury will not be dropped down. Instead of that thing, we can expand our lifespan by moving all the industries into space, as well as by developing the new forms of energy, by developing the new forms of revenue, by developing the new forms of transportation, by developing the new forms of tourisms, we make revenue, and that revenue would benefit the or would improve the life standards of human being. So what are the needs of the space settlements? We will tell about the needs in the positive way as well as in the revenue making way. So the positive ways, necessities, what made the people to think about space colonization. In the before class, I clearly mentioned it as the man-made and natural disasters occurrence on Earth, the pollution caused by the industries, the global warming, depletion of ozone layer, improving warfare, resources consumption and limited resources on Earth, population density, and making a new form of revenue. All this will come under the topic of the need of the space settlement. So you have to explain all these needs by subtopic wise. Population density, you can take a subtopic. Man-made disasters, you can take a subtopic. Natural disasters, you can make a subtopic. Warfare, biological warfare, you can make a subtopic. Like today we are facing a great biohazard of coronavirus. Chemical warfare, you can make a subtopic. Volcanic eruptions, you can make a subtopic. Global warming, you can make a subtopic. Occurrence of tsunami, you can make a subtopic. So subtopic wise, you can explain necessity made the humans to work on space colonization. These things we will explain very clearly and briefly with examples in the third topic, and then we will come to the fourth topic, challenges of space settlements. So when we are talking about challenges, the first and foremost challenge is accommodating huge number of population. It is too difficult for us because one person per day requires 3.1 kgs of food, 20 liters of water, and more than 5 kgs of oxygen as a life supporting thing. So for providing 3.1 kgs of food per one person, if you are making a colony for 1,000 people, 1,000 into 3.1, so in 1 year per annum, how much food is consumed, and you people are create this food material inside your space colony will be a challenge to explain. Apart from that, on Earth, the major life supporting, the important life supporting condition called gravitation. This gravitation was given naturally by the Earth because of its mass and radius. But when we are gone to a space colony, creation of artificial gravity is very, very important in our space colony. Creation or provision of artificial gravity, because we require 1g gravity. What is 1g gravity? Which is nearly approximately equal to 9.8 meter per second square acceleration. So for creation 9.8 meter per second square acceleration in our space colony, how it is possible? That is a challenge. Because artificial gravity generation depends upon 4 different techniques. One is technique of mass, one is technique of rotation, third one is technique of applying the force, electric or magnetic forces. By all these, we can create or generate artificial gravity. But this generation, how it couldn't be affected the people who are living inside it, that should be taken care. So explanation of provision of gravity is a challenge. So we have to think about that challenge in this topic 4. And next important challenge is provision of oxygen. because on earth we are getting oxygen naturally. The earth atmosphere, which is having 100% of gaseous envelope, this gaseous envelope has 78% of nitrogen and 21% of oxygen. Majority of the atmosphere on earth is consisting like this. So this is the only atmosphere which supported the human life on earth. But a similar atmosphere in space colony would require lot of engineering, lot of technological usage. So you have to explain how artificially this oxygen is generated. But not only that, on earth, whatever the oxygen we are inhaling and we are exhaling carbon dioxide, this exhaled carbon dioxide is taken back by the trees or plants which are available on earth, and these plants, these trees would undergo with photosynthesis process, and in this photosynthesis process the carbon dioxide is converted into oxygen, and the plants will make starch for their health, as their food. So that starch will be taken by the plants, and this oxygen will be given back into the atmosphere. That is the reason how the oxygen is continuously available on earth. But when it comes to the space colony, we couldn't make trees or plants inside the space colony. We cannot breed them. Even we can breed them, we cannot take the soil into space colony, because that soil would increase the weight of the space colony. So what we will do? We will create an alternative mechanism which was naturally there on earth as the name of photosynthesis. We create a artificial mechanism by which the exhaled carbon dioxide from the human beings can be collected by using gas chambers, exhaust chambers, and that recollected carbon dioxide is again undergone for some reactions like Sabatier reaction or else. So these reactions could change the carbon dioxide by adding something onto it into water or oxygen again. Either water or oxygen, both are useful only. So this water, by electrolysis, we can make it into oxygen, and that oxygen we will breathe, and again we will give carbon dioxide. So this is called a regenerative life support system, like RRR, reuse, recycle, reduce. So we will minimize the consumption of the oxygen, wastage of the oxygen in the space colony, because we are creating it artificially. Not only by reducing the usage of the oxygen, we also recycle the oxygen. That means the carbon dioxide which was exhaled by the human beings. That means the carbon dioxide which is exhaled by the human beings by Sabatier reaction or some other reaction, so that a regenerative life support will be provided in the space colony. So providing a regenerative life supporting system in the space colony is a challenge. That challenge has to be answered. How you are providing, how you are taken up that challenge, and what is the suggestion from you to cover that challenge, you have to explain. Apart from that, next challenge is transportation. Today, whatever the transportation system we see, we have a transportation which we are using. In India, we are maximum using cryogenic engines, where in America, they are using somewhat advanced engines also, which are using thrusters. So NASA next thruster was there. Xenon thruster was there. There are so many types of thrusters, but these thrusters or whatever it is, it was supporting uplifting of certain mass only into space. But when we are talking about space colonization, when we are talking about space colony, when we are talking about hotel in space, we have to carry more number of people at once into space. So today, whatever the transportation system is available, that may not fulfill our wish. So the children, the team of children or the individual children who are making the project report should think about the transportation system, an effective transportation mode by which you can carry maximum number of people from Earth to space colony where we located. Okay, so transportation is a challenge. You have to explain about that transportation challenge in this topic. And after that, making capital investment is a challenge because nobody would believe your words that you can create a space colony. Am I correct or not? People follow successful persons only, but before success, nobody will listen to their words. Even Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, as a student, as a graduate, nobody was listened to him. Even as an engineer or as a scientist in ISRO, very few are followed him. But when he made as a president for India, then only majority of the youth in India came to know about him, and they try to followed him. Even our fathers and grandparents are saying about Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishna, who is a great teacher and first vice president of India. And after that, he became the president also, Sarvepalli Radhakrishna. But very few students will know about him today because following someone is a great and a difficult task to today's world. We will follow someone who are playing cricket, who are acting in movies. We follow actors, we follow players, but we don't want to follow the real educators, educationalists. If you are following educationalist, that will change your ambition, goal and success rate also. We are talking about the challenges. So the challenges would also related to protection of the human beings from the outer radiation. So when we are talking about the protection of human beings from the outer radiation, we have to choose a material which can absorb or which can block the radiation from the outer space, so that if we used that material in construction of our outer layer, that will block or absorb the radiation. So inside that creation, the humans will be safely and securely. So materials for construction is a challenge. About that challenge is a challenge also the student has to explain in a detailed manner. So transportation, radiation protection, materials and capital investment and life support, these are the main challenges in explaining the space settlement project. And after explaining the challenges in our way, so here in the fifth topic, why our space settlement? So the team may choose a name for their space colony, or a name for their asteroid mining project, or a name for their space hotel project. Here in this topic, we should explain why our space colony, or why our space hotel, why our asteroid mining. What are the benefits of our space colony, or what are the benefits of our space hotel, and what are the benefits of our asteroid mining project? So this topic would mainly explain about that importance. The importance of the naming of the space colony, the importance of the naming of the space hotel, the importance of the naming of the asteroid mining, and this importance would also shows a relation between the name and the theme of our project work. Because if you want to name your space hotel, you have to see what is the theme of the hotel. Hotel is for temporary staying or for providing food, different types of food. It is the general notation. So, whenever you are naming a space hotel, you have to choose a name which should opt that theme. Like the Greek goddess name, Dionysus you can take, or the Hindu mythology, Akshaya you can take, because you know in Hindu mythology, in Dwapara Yuga, there was a vessel called Akshaya Patra given to Draupadi by Lord Krishna when they are in the Vanavas. So, this thing relates to the food. So, the name which gives the importance of the food, like Annapurna, the name which gives the importance of the short-term stay could be taken as a name for our space hotel. Similarly, if you are making a project on asteroid mining, the name itself relates to the aspect of mining. Aspect of mining. Like quantum, like pioneer, or like shaft, or like any other name which relates the mining and its importance. When it comes to space colony, it all depends upon the location and density of population which you are planning in the space colony. Based on it, you can name your space colonies as qubit, or you can name your space colony as quantum, or you can name your space colony as Hyperion or Zeus or any other relevant name, Olympian, Olympus, like that. Or you can take the name as heaven, Shangri-La. Okay, so this thing will be explained here in the name of the topic, why our space settlement. And the last topic of our first chapter is salient features. So in this topic, you have to explain what made your project different from the others. What made your project important than the others? What made your project would be great among the others? Because I said to achieve an award, our idea should be innovative and attractive. And our idea should be a new approach to the space colonization theme. So, these salient features could explain about our innovative ideas, could explain about our understanding of the space in a better way. So, in general, in the salient features, it should be explained that about the population, so how much you are planning to accommodate either in the colony or in the hotel. If in the case of asteroid mining, you can explain about the number of workers, because mining industry would require engineer professionals to work inside it. So you have to take that thing into consideration and you have to explain how many engineers you are accommodating in mining. How many engineers you can accommodate in your asteroid mining topic. Not only about accommodation, the second salient feature you have to tell about the provisions of the space colony. So when it comes to the provisions, as you know, in the real estate business on the earth, people are advertising in a different way. So it is completely greenery project. It is very nearer to airport, it is very nearer to bus stand, very nearer to railway station, and we will have 24/7 current facility, power backup is there, 24/7 security will be there, 24/7 water will be there. Like that, people are advertising on the real estate. Similarly, here you have to advertise about your project idea. So, in which way your project would be a better project than the others. So, by providing the provisions list only, you can make that betterment. So for understanding the betterment of the project, the judge has to gone through the features of your space colony or space hotel or asteroid mining. So in these features, generally we will explain about the population density, that is accommodation, and we will explain about the transportation facilities inside the colony, from outside the colony also. We will have to explain about the communication facilities inside the colony, outside the colony. We have to explain about the security facilities inside the colony and outside the colony also. If something was happening mischievous, like some asteroids may come in space and hit us, so on Earth we are unable to shift our Earth entirely to away from that path. But in space colony, we have a provision of shifting our space colony or hotel, because it is a free float body in space. So this thing you have to explain. So all these things we will explain in the salient features. If you are explaining in such a way that the first chapter would give the best idea about your project work, entire project work, then judges may not gone through the other pages thoroughly, because they understood well about your project, and by cover page and this project explanation, they will get an impression, and definitely your project will be in the awarded list. Majority of the students will do some mistakes in explaining this, so that they miss a chance in the awarded list, because you have to remember that every year thousands of students participating in this competition, and that thousands of ideas are submitting. So we have to show a different approach, then only our idea will be considered by the judges. And for approaching like that, we taken a pro forma in this chapter like this. Thank you.